This is way better than working. My poor customers, they just don't know the level of ignoring they're going to get. Awesome. So, yeah, this dropper seat post is kind of a game changer, huh?
What's that?
This dropper seat post is kind of a game changer.
Oh, dude.
It's my first one.
Dude. You can't overuse it.
Well, I'm getting my feet wet, you know, but it's pretty.
It's changing your life.
And something nobody ever told us, but it took us a year or so to figure out on tech. We'll lower our seat just an inch or two, so you can kind of sit back behind the bike, get the same amount of power, but stay a little lower.
Yeah, you don't have to be all the way one way or the other.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Like I keep mine almost all the way down. I'll sit down and I'll almost get.
Well, it's because you're young and in shape. Us old insurance guys need all the position we can get. Yeah, this is sweet. This is one more thing to think about, but it'll start coming, you know. Boy, this thing is so quiet.
Yeah. Went from a 98 Giant XTC hardtail to specialized stump jumper, a 29 full switch.
Jeez.
Like, man, I would just sit there and shake my head in bike shops like, you dummies.
I just got
Thousands of dollars later.
Yeah.
Like, well, I wish I'd have spent that money a long time ago.
Right. Yeah, I got so I bought a used Specialized camber.
Yeah.
2 years ago. I went from a hardtail. I'm like a 98 S-Works hardtail, the red one.
Yeah.
I went from that to the camber. 29ers, you know, maybe 100 millimeters front and back.
Yeah.
But I was chewing my friends. I'm like, you guys are dinks. I can't believe you let me ride that thing for this long. And then I got this, and now I got this, and I'm like, jeez.
They're really going to be pissed now when you get back.
Well, I'm just going to show up and be sneaky about it, you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not going to be all, oh, you guys are going down. Nope, I'm just going to I'll just meet them at the end.
See you guys later.
Bye.
What was that? Whoosh, black streak goes by him with a neon bowling shirt on.
There you go. I was going to say, man, that's pretty awesome gear.
So this, we got all those little micro brews in our neck of the woods, and we do field trips. So we'll go to one and meet up and go do a bike ride or whatever, and there's this one in River Falls, Wisconsin, right on the other side of the border. It's a bike shop microbrew. And then they had this for sale. I was like, well,
amazing.
I gotta have that,
Yeah.
you know. And I don't drink, so I figured that was fair, right? I'm saving money on the pints, buying the jersey.
Yeah.
So I was pretty happy with it. Kept, you know, gave him some local money.
Yep. Well, what part of Michigan are you from?
Well, Minnesota.
Minnesota, I'm so sorry. Ooh.
Same thing. It really is. Actually, their weather gets worse than ours. I'm from, so if you're like Minneapolis, St. Paul area, I'm about an hour north, a little more towards the Wisconsin border, because I'm about right on the border. It's a little lakeside community. Well, everything's a lakeside community there, but I live in a chain of about 5 towns that are all like 4,000 to 5,000 people each, and just a chunk of lakes, and like a county road runs through them. Small life, you know, little insurance agency, little condo on the lake, and now I got a little van.
Dude, I like it.
Nice.
Yeah, that's all you need. Stay in the woods.
And my cat, Bart.
And
He's
Cat?
not yet. He's gonna. First, we gotta give him the van cat. He's not gonna be too excited about that. He really likes his condo.
Right.
He's got about 1,100 square feet of comfort zone.
understandable.
So he's gonna be surprised. He's gonna be pretty upset when I don't come home tonight. But I'll just call a neighbor. Remember the TV show Bosom Buddies?
Yeah.
That's kind of my condo's kind of like that, where they live in that dormitory, the old ladies' dormitory.
Yeah.
The condo I live on, I'm the only one that's not ancient or super retired. They're all, it's like a 55 plus community, but it's not really.
So you're living with a bunch of grandmas? And
Yes,
grandpas?
I'm always carrying up some groceries or down some trash, and
Why
they're
aren't you heavier then, man? Come on. yeah.
winter fat tire biking is a lot it's a lot more cardiovascular.
Was that with Tom Hanks initially, Booze and Butters?
Yep.
Or was that?
Yep.
Yeah, so it's before, like, big
God, he must have been
jump or anything.
20 maybe, huh? But it's I kind of feel like that, right? I'm like the oddball, the black sheep.
Right?
It's great though. They're always keeping an eye on my stuff.
Nice.
This is like the best kind of community to live in, honestly. Like,
I love
I'd
it.
Live amongst old people and crazy people.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong, those little people,
They're crazy.
In their own way. Like,
you can tell when Ethel didn't take her
Young
meds.
people. I like older.
Well, I think old people are more upfront about how crazy they are.
well, they're all
Oh yeah, Ethel doesn't try to hide it. Two mismatched slippers, shuffling down the hallway.
they've earned it as the difference.
They have earned it. They've gotten rid of their care about that kind of stuff, and now they just enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty great people.
Gretchen, you gonna take all the switchbacks?
No.
How do you guys want to ride this? You want to, like,
Take it easy on the switchback, because I don't. Just the fact that they're flat and rocky is a little.
I'm not good.
you want to ride behind Joel then?
Oh, you're giving Joel a lot of credit he might not need.
Well, they'll get off with time with you, I'm sure.
I'm okay with that.
Corey might not, but
That's fine by me.
okay.
I got no problem taking up the rear.
Just give, like, some notice.
I'll keep an eye on you.
Okay. Yeah, you.
I won't let you go down.
Okay.
I mean, if you do, I'll blame somebody else.
There's only one person to blame, and that's you.
Oh, and if I get too loud or if you feel like I'm on you too much, just yell at me, give me a little space.
Okay.
I'm not going to be on your rear tire, but I don't. Sometimes that noise gets in people's heads, you know, when you got someone on your tail.
So there's 8 or 9 really sharp switchbacks hanging on a cliff, and so if you're coming up on them, you can see the first couple. They're pretty easy to see, but if you're coming up on them, it's easy to get into them really fast. And if somebody's in them, they've really slowed down. So it's good to give some
Give a little
decent
cushion.
gap, unless you've ridden it a lot. Most people have. So
Yep.
Pressure
The wall.
you have no pressure to do all of them. They're pretty. Yeah.
and it's easy to pick up speed when you shouldn't. It's all pretty controlled. So
Sneaks up on you, lulls you in.
yeah.
Right on. Well, let's have a good time.
Actually, the wall is the beginning of the descent. So
So seat down is what you're saying.
yeah.
I can do that now. Look at me go.
Okay. We're on.
Let's have fun. You're good. Don't rush. You're fine.
Okay. Don't keep going right. Go there. Go there.
Try to head up to the top there. Got it. Thank you.
Probably get out of your way, Joel.
No, that was dumb luck. Okay. All right. Is that a pretty big drop?
It's rollable.
Okay. I'll wait for you. Yep.
Caught me off guard, Dad.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay. We're leaving no one behind, Joel included.
Yeah, that first big part, man, tells you you're in it, huh, Gretchen? Pearl catcher. Way to get out of his way fast, Gretchen. That was really cool.
She's a ripper. How's that for saving it? Hey, if you can't have good luck, why have any? I've been married a few times. All right. Oh, nice. She's killing it. I got something to live up to. I feel like a goat. Sweet.
Shake your head. Wakes it right up.
Oh, I gotta get a picture of this.
Do it. Yeah. Good thing about riding in Tennessee, there's really no like good lookouts.
No trees.
Yeah.
Really got trees.
Wow, and in Minnesota you can't see far because it's just flat. So you're like, yeah, there's a tree, and there's more of them. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Boy, you're right about that. Don't have to go all the way with the dropper. Just a little bit. A dab will do ya.
Makes a, yeah, I think it makes a big difference. 'Cause I was always just all the way up or all the way down, and then I figured out I could just raise it a little after
Yeah.
one day, and I was like, wow, this feels a whole lot more controlled, but I still have some power.
Yeah, there's plenty of times where I need to have that seat catch me. No, you know, it's bailing me out.
Just laying down on the seat is all the way at the bottom.
Well,
Gretchen, you killed that.
yeah, did awesome, Gretchen. Well done.
I don't think I've ever done this.
All of them?
Well, we got a few more, so let's do those, and then we celebrate.
Those are pretty doable.
I was just really ready to put it back.
Yeah, they seem to progressively get a little more interesting.
There's like more obstacles to go around.
I hope they never re-dirt this and remake it.
I
Yep.
really hope so.
We have this trail in northern Minnesota. It's called Cuyuna. I don't know what that means, but it's an old mine, an old taconite mines,
Okay.
and not holes, but dredging.
Yeah.
So they're like fjords. They're like just for miles, and they filled in with water over the last couple hundred years.
Yeah.
So you kind of feel like you're in Norway, because it's just pines and this type of material, and then cliffs, and then the water. It's so protected because it's just rainwater. You can see 200-300 feet deep in them. You go out there kayaking. I was out there paddleboarding one day,
Yeah.
and I'm paddleboarding along, and you know what you don't do when you paddleboard? You don't usually look down, right?
Yeah.
You're just kind of checking stuff out. And I looked down, I had a heart attack.
It gives a weird perception of like.
There's
floating.
forest underneath there.
Oh no way!
Because the water came up so slow over hundreds of years, and the forest had already grown, so as the water kept coming, so you see like the tops of trees, but they're like dead, but still, like 10 feet below you, there's this big stick, and well, I'm pretty sure it was a Loch Ness Monster coming to get me.
Sensation or something like that?
It was freaky, but it's so pretty.
Nobody like litters or anything around there?
No, we take it pretty serious. Those kinds of areas are fewer and fewer, and it's far enough out of the way. I'm kind of far out of the way from where I live, and this is another 2 hours straight north towards Canada, and it's just far enough out of the way to keep some of the disrespectful people out.
Yeah.
It's a destination, right? If you're going there with intention.
So people want people there to
Yeah,
enjoy it.
it's if you ever get a chance, you find yourself in Minnesota, for goodness sakes, Cuyuna. It's beautiful.
We had to go across. We got to go across a little of it this summer. We were going to Michigan to visit some friends, and we're coming from Montana. But it was a little flat. I didn't.
Yeah.
What is the? The lakes right there, Fargo, and then
Red Lake, you went past, and then did you come across, so you came across from North Dakota? So, South Dakota. So you would have saw like Devil's Lake, and then you would have seen Mille Lacs, and there's some big ponds.
I was specifically looking at some bike riding area that's kind of north of St. Paul towards, as you go cut up towards Fargo. It's off the interstate a little bit, but I thought it was like a lake, or city, something. Lake.
We got a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Everything's a lake. That's kind of what our thing.
There wasn't a lot of elevation change, but it looked like they made the most of what
They do.
had to.
You can bike a 10-mile ride and get 1,000 feet out of 80. A lot of switchback, up and down and up and down and up and down.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Going backwards. The wrong direction.
That's what I've been trying to do the last couple of times, and I slid. This tree now. I didn't even look much. I was looking at this. That's kind of what I was looking at doing, but. There you go.
No problem. I would have killed myself. I'm glad you slowed down. Yeah, same thing. I couldn't get past it.
What way?
Oh yeah. Take your time, I'm in no rush.
You having fun, man?
Yeah, all smiles.
I'm so glad that we got to go this
Me too.
Top is really flat and it's not boring. It's just, yeah.
I wouldn't have known any different, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would have been like, oh, that was awesome. Because it's still not Minnesota.
Yeah.
So what is this the Chattanooga River?
Tennessee.
Tennessee River.
Yeah.
Is there a Chattanooga River, or did I just make that up?
I'm pretty sure you made it up.
Yep, I tend to do that.
Chattanooga, Tennessee, right?
Right.
That'll wander down into Alabama and Cumberland from Nashville joins into it and then it empties into the Mississippi. But,
Yeah, if you ever get a chance, go see the headwaters of the Mississippi.
okay.
You can walk across it.
No, that is
It's
crazy.
a creek. Depending on what time of year you get there, because I know other rivers have joined it yet.
Yeah, it's just,
You know, you take 80 of these and put them together, you got some big water.
yeah.
At the headwaters, you can throw a rock across it.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's kind of crazy because, like, I've been to St. Louis and on the river boats, and it's just hard to believe that's the same chunk of water.
Yeah, it's big.
It is.
So we're gonna wander around down up there, and then down here you can kind of see the trail down there. If you're looking, there's a fallen log with the trail beside of it, and we'll wander all the way down to the river that way, just kind of snaking around the side of this now.
Cool.
I think that's it for the switchbacks. Yeah, they're just
Yeah, those are tight. Those are tricky.
nothing like this.
They like in Minnesota when we get those. If we get if the ground lets us, they'll put a berm into it
Yeah.
just to kind of give you a little more of a mental okayness, you know. When it looks like that, it may not actually help you, but it feels like it does, and sometimes that's all that matters.
Yes. I love a catch berm. I don't need a big old sweeping machine belt berm, but somewhere I can trust my tire's going to catch a little bit more. Okay.
Wow, in the span of 3 days, it got hot.
Looks good.
Felt like 30 2 days ago. And now it's like 70.
No problem. I'm just trying to figure out how you do that. Is that the line?
They went down that way.
Okay.
I mean, anyway.
Yeah. Gotcha.
I have to pass this
Oh, that's okay.
Sorry, that's got kind of eroded. I forgot about that one.
No problem. We're not in a rush.
Right, nothing.
Heck yeah. I'm gonna go back to Minnesota and talk smack.